Hi, I'm Karthik and Mani. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Zenbridge. In this video, we're going to take a look at what's the best EDA solution for a small business. Now, I think it's important first to understand the different types of EDA solutions available in the market. The first kind or type would be the fully managed EDA service providers. Now, these are service providers that take care of everything end to end. Basically, it's outsourced. All you have access to is a dashboard using which you can see the transactions you are exchanging with your trading partners. Mapping is something you cannot change yourself. You have to request to the vendor and they'll take care of things. So everything is outsourced. You have limited control, but the upside is that you don't need to understand the EDA world. They just take care of things end to end. That's fully managed EDA services. The second type is the traditional EDA software. So now these are EDA softwares that you purchase and you have to hire a bunch of EDA experts, or if you have in-house EDA experts, you can use them to implement the integration yourself. An example would be something like Dell Boomi. The third kind or the type would be EDI as API softwares. Now these are relatively new. Basically, it's very similar to your traditional EDA software, but the major difference here is you hire API developers to perform the integration, because these platforms let you exchange EDI or send and receive EDI using API. You can just hire an API developer and they probably don't need a lot of EDI expertise, but they could still perform EDI integration. API developers, the upside here is API developers are the most commonly available programmers in the market. Now, in summary, these are the different types of EDA solutions. The best type for a small business or an organization that is trying to implement its first EDA project would be fully managed EDA service. You don't have to worry about understanding all the technical details. You outsource and everything is taken care of end to end. When I say end to end, what they do is that they set up connections with your trading partner. They integrate EDI with your ERP. This is where they perform mapping, basically mapping information from the EDI into your ERP and the other way around. And then once you go live, they provide post-production support. Typically, that's what a fully managed EDA service provider does. Now we look at the parameters that you could use to compare different EDA managed service providers. So I would say two things are really vital. The first one is great. You really need someone who provides great support. The second one is pricing. I'll come back to pricing in a bit, but let's take a look at support first. You need a vendor that could provide one-on-one support, or exclusive project managers or delivery managers, because for a small business it's really tough if you end up talking to an agent on a phone number, end up talking to a new agent every time you ring the customer care. So it takes a lot of time to set up the context, and it's just that it could be really frustrating if it's your first EDA project. So look for vendors who could provide exclusive project managers. You have one face that you could interact with, one face that you could hold accountable, and I think it just makes it that much easier. So look for vendors who could do that. The second parameter would be training. Now this is often overlooked. Look for EDA vendors who could train you and your team. It would end up increasing your efficiency in the long run. In fact, I've seen customers who ended up troubleshooting themselves with their own team, and that resulted in a faster turnaround time as opposed to relying on external EDA vendors. So being self-reliant would definitely increase your efficiency. So look for vendors who could provide unlimited training and support you in those sort of ways. The second parameter is pricing. Now, it should be cheap and simple. Everyone likes cheap, but it should also be really simple to understand, because if it's hard to understand, it invariably means that there might be hidden cost. Simple means that you could really grasp the pricing. You could really understand the pricing. As an example, if it's a pricing that is based on kilobytes, then it is something hard for me to grasp and hard for me to project the cost. But if it's just based on the number of transactions, then it's really easy for me to understand. So look for vendors who provide simple pricing, because like I said, harder means there might be hidden costs. So it's really important that you understand the pricing. The second feature that you should look out for is the opt-out feature. So you should be able to opt out any time. Do not get into EDI vendors who would expect you to sign up for a year, because in case you don't like them, then you've ended up spending on a vendor that is not doing a good job. So usually the confident EDI providers don't ask for an yearly commitment. So look for it. There are plenty of options out there. Look for EDI vendors that lets you opt out anytime. And the third parameter is easy pricing as you scale. So not just look for the current plan that suits you, but also look for the next plan, and understand that as you scale, the bigger plans are something that you can afford to. So I would say these are the parameters using which you should compare the different EDI vendors. In general, to conclude, I would say look for EDI vendors who could empathize with the fact that you are a small business, or probably you're doing EDI integration for the first time, who keeps it really simple, and then they treat you as top priority. This goes back to my point of having exclusive project managers who could, personal faces that you could interact with, and then easy pricing. The pricing should be easy. It should be cheap. It should be easy to understand. I want to take this opportunity to introduce Zenbridge. Zenbridge is a cloud platform to send and receive EDI using API. It's an EDI as API platform, which is the third type of EDI software that we saw a few moments ago. So you can use API developers to perform EDI integrations. API developers are the most commonly available developers in the market. On top of the platform, we also provide end-to-end managed integration services as well. So pretty much we take care of everything. Now our support and pricing is designed specifically for small businesses. We provide support that is completely unparalleled. We provide an exclusive delivery manager who acts as a single point of contact, so you don't deal with a different face or different agent whenever you call our customer support. We provide trading partner management. This is something that distinguishes us vastly from the other fully managed EDI providers. What they do is that they expect you to take care of communications with your trading partners, but in our case, all we expect from you is to introduce us to your trading partners as your EDI vendor, and we take care of things end to end. We provide unlimited training and support tasks to you and your team. So in the long run, if you want to handle the platform yourself, or if you want to be self-sufficient, we provide unlimited training on the platform. And we are available 24/7 on email, phone, and chat. So no matter which time zone you or your trading partners belong to, we are always there. When it comes to pricing, you can pay us only when you go live. So there is a time period which is spent on setting things up with your trading partners. Usually it's anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how fast your trading partners respond. So you don't have to start paying us as soon as you sign up. You can pay us as soon as you hit production, when you are actually exchanging EDI transactions. And we have one of the lowest transaction fee in the market. It's about $0.05 per transaction. And we provide the lowest integration cost in the market. We charge about $400 per integration. So that's pretty much it. If you'd like to see a demo of Zenbridge or have a conversation with us, please schedule a demo with us using the link given in the description. We'd love to show you what we got, and we wish you all the best with your EDA software hunt. Thank you so much.